what's up, y'all? Welcome to the first Francois Podcast episode of the decade of 2020. What is good?
Happy New Year!
We wish all of y'all had a very, very, very great, dope, safe, enjoyable holiday.
Yes.
Wish for a very prosperous New Year and all of that good stuff.
Yes.
Stick to all your resolutions. Make sure they're just not like regular birthday wishes or something like that. I mean, I don't know if y'all really follow those, but stick to everything that you plan on doing this year.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
Go
right
through
now,
your goals, your list of things that you're gonna plan to do. I guess those tie into resolutions. I haven't done one in a while, in a couple years, so I just went with the flow. And then I did achieve certain things that were on my list, but
all I know is that right now there needs to be like traffic control in front of every gym in America. It's gonna be like you gotta take a ticket to get on a machine.
pretty much.
But that's it only be like that for the first month. Everybody just fall off. Now, if you with it, stick with it.
It'll call out your number like number 1,000. The treadmill is
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, open for you for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Not 7 minutes, and then you gotta hop on something else.
And then the next person gotta go.
Yeah, I ain't with none of that.
But really though, it really do be that crowded in the gyms.
That's a fact.
They say that a lot.
But everybody knows that though. Everybody knows that. It's just like how
I never
you
experienced
gotta
it.
equate it to how church looks on Easter and New Year's.
Ah.
Everybody that didn't go to church all year was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm feeling churchy today.
Yeah.
It's Easter,
I'm
why
feeling
not?
the Lord's presence.
You know what? End of the year, I drank every night this year. Maybe I'll spend this 1 year not drinking. I'll go celebrate with the Lord. Just like how I feel like it'd be the same way with the gym. You know, like at the beginning of the year, it's like, you know what? Let me get right. Let me have this. You know, all that New Year, new me crap, all that.
Yeah.
You know, they do all of that, and then the gym be like the first thing people think of, like health, getting right. But if
When
you're
does
gonna
it
do
die
it,
down, though?
stick with it. I mean, people die down. You know what? It probably dies down after a month.
Okay.
Because if you commit to something for 90 days, most likely you're gonna do it for the rest of the year.
Right.
Because it's embedded in your brain now.
Right.
I heard 90 days. I heard like 3 months is like the magical amount of time. Like 90 days, like 90 is that magical number. So people probably fall off like the day, like not the day, but like after like a month or something like that.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know. Point is, I say all that to say, you got a resolution, stick with it. Because at the end of the day, if you stick with all the things you plan on doing, it's gonna change your life eventually.
We need to find a statistic or a poll about what the percentage is for people sticking to the resolution.
Oh, we should. I hate to be a pessimist, but I feel like it's low.
I think so too. That's why I brought it up.
And I feel like even
I
feel like the social media generation makes it worse because now
Yeah.
it's like, okay, now I could tell everybody what it's gonna be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd rather just talk the talk
Right.
as opposed to walk the walk.
Right.
I mean, we're all guilty of that sometimes, but now I don't know. Like as a man, like the goals I really want to set for myself, I'm really trying to achieve them. Like because I need it for my life.
Right.
It's different. I don't want to just it's not just for the good look of what I'm saying, having people, oh, those are dope goals. Oh, that's dope, but that's fine. Oh
Right.
man, I'm trying to be like you. Like, nah, you gotta stick with the work. But anyway, bottom line is whatever resolution y'all got, stick with it.
Agreed. Speaking of, let's talk about the first year of marriage.
Okay, why do you sound like a talk show host?
Look, man, you always gonna criticize me, man. Like I don't even want to be here anymore.
See, that's your regular voice. Stick with that.
I'm so silly. Anyways, speaking of New Year's resolutions, and it being a very brand new year, literally a few days in, we're going to talk about our year one, being married.
It's been a hell of a year.
It's been one really, really great year, though.
But it's been way calmer than how 2018 was. 2018 was nuts.
Yeah.
Everything that happened that year was crazy.
Yes.
From literally the start of the year, from January
Yep.
to the bitter end of the year,
Yep.
there was always something to do. Mm-hmm. Whether it had to deal with the wedding or not.
Or an event that has happened.
It was just this hella stuff.
It was chaos.
It was.
Yep.
But this past year, we cooled out a little bit. We calmed down,
Yep.
just enjoyed our marriage.
Yep.
And just chilled. And it
Yeah.
felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good. So we're gonna get into we're just gonna wrap up how this first year was.
Reflect on year one, being a married couple living together.
All right, so how we popped it off? Got our own apartment.
Yeah.
Nice little spot. Moving in, we kind of piecemealed it.
Yeah.
Like, all I needed was like 2 bags, and the rest was all her. And then,
oh my God, you starting already.
You know how it goes.
You starting already. We had a lot of things to move in.
I had like 2 Haitian dollar bags.
There was.
That's all I needed.
You had a lot. Anywho,
I threw everything in there. I threw a shirt, a pot, a book. Everything in one bag.
We didn't move in with everything right away, and I'm sure you guys know how move-in days work. Is basically furniture or ourselves, we clean up, and then furniture comes in. And how we pretty much got everything in the apartment was also a story. We literally had a time frame to move in, which was what, 2 days?
Something like that.
Because our honeymoon was like right after moving. We didn't even sleep in our apartment until we came back from the honeymoon.
Yeah, we flew out the 5th?
Yeah,
and
the 5th.
And we started moving in like the
3rd.
Yeah, the 3rd.
Well,
or the 4th,
the
actually.
2nd.
So was it the 2nd?
The 2nd, because the 3rd was the wedding. We had a wedding.
Noel's wedding, yeah.
And so we had to prepare for that.
Oh, yeah. So
and then the
4th, 2nd and the 4th were those
really,
2 days we was moving everything in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that
was
whole time was hectic.
crazy.
So it was the wedding's over, and then like Christmas was right at 3 days after that.
Yep.
And then I had to go back to work because my job was whack. And then after that, was my sister's wedding was shortly after. Well, New Year's, it was New Year's. Then my sister's wedding was shortly after that. So we started moving.
Then we had to catch a flight.
Yeah, then we had to hop on the first thing, smoking out of here.
Yep.
So but the whole moving process was it was alright. But like
alright.
It
was fast though.
It was quick. We had to move quick because that what was it? Was it the 4th? The 4th when we officially got everything in here. We didn't even sleep that night because our flight was
5 a.m. the next morning, I think.
The flight wasn't at 5 a.m. We just was there at 5 a.m. because you'd be wilding and want us to be there wild early, even though our flight could be at.
Our flight was at 8. It was at 8.
Yeah, but like I don't know the whole going to the airport 18 hours before. Like I think that's a little wild. Like. You know what I mean?
I think it's a little wild how exaggerated you are.
TSA, that's not that long.
I need you to understand that sometimes they give you a 3-hour window. Like, if you are there after 3 hours, you may or may not be able to get on your flight. They say that on a lot of itineraries and contracts.
But I'm just saying, every time we get to the airport, we end up sleeping and just be bored and be waiting there.
Better there to be early than not be able to get to your flight or get on your flight.
Yeah, I guess. But my dad did the same thing when we was in Tennessee. Yeah, I remember we was in Georgia, and we had to take a flight from. What was it, North Georgia to Tennessee, something like that. That was like, we got to be there wild early, but there was like nobody there. Like there was nobody at that airport, and we were just there, just waiting for hell.
It's protocol. You have to be there 3 hours before. It's protocol. Everybody knows this, especially being in the Haitian culture. Let me just tell you something about being in the Haitian culture.
What you got to tell me about being? I'm Haitian.
But you're the one debating, right? You're the one who has a thing about it. You are not understanding that when you had a Haitian flight, you are there more than 3 hours. You're there 4 hours early.
You said a Haitian flight?
Yeah, because there's a flight that's going to Haiti.
Oh, but we ain't talking about that. You talking about a flight. We ain't going to Haiti. You talking about just a flight anywhere.
But I just referenced being in. Are you following, or what are you thinking about right now?
Well, you said that.
Are you lost?
You said let me discuss. You said let's talk about a Haitian flight. But like, okay, so when it comes down to those, okay, cool, we could do the 3 hour thing.
That's what I just said.
But I'm talking about if we flying anywhere, if we flying to wherever, you know what I'm saying? If I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we have that mentality is my point.
In fact, let me just stop it. I'm lazy and I don't feel like being there early. How about let's just someone else to be in that. Before we even get into an argument.
Let's be real with ourselves. You're lazy. You don't want to do anything.
Hold up, I want to do stuff.
You don't want to do anything.
I do stuff.
No, you don't.
But I don't feel like being there that
but that's
early.
all right.
Because
I'm glad
I feel like you be ODing.
I don't know D. It's just
you
OD.
It's
just a mentality that
you
we have
with a lot of things.
Okay, yeah.
But you know what's funny? if that is a mentality you always have, why are you late to everything else then? How about that? Like, we want to get into that. Let's talk about it.
You're right.
Why are you only early for
Absolutely
flights,
right.
but late to every other
But see,
event?
the flights meaning that we're going somewhere.
Because we're gonna talk about Haitian time. Why are we? Well, that's a 180.
I know.
So we're gonna be
late for
8 hours early for a flight.
Make sure we catch
but then
that
we're gonna
flight.
be 8 hours late for your mom's birthday party. Like,
yo, you're so annoying.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do it like that, let's talk.
I don't know.
It.
We're backwards. Okay, we just have our things to us. We have our kinks. We don't know how to explain it. Okay, so sorry about that. That's just the way that we are. All right, and that's that.
So we fly to St. Lucia.
And
5-hour flight, kind of long for me.
Yes.
The longest flight I've ever been.
It was
on.
an hour and a half drive to our location.
once we touched down there, yo, it was crazy. I mean, I know I said this on the last podcast. I saw Big Boy when I got
to St. Lucia.
We saw Big Boy when we got off the flight.
Yeah.
Big Boy from Outkast. That was fire. Yeah, we go to customs and all that. This couple didn't we like jump ahead in line? Like, it was a long, crazy line. We jumped ahead.
Yes.
I don't know what they did because we had like honeymoon vibe shirts on, so they knew that we was newly married and all that. So we was getting a little bit of special treatment.
We got so much congratulations and how. Well, it didn't say the date on those shirts. They were like, "Oh, how long ago?" And we would tell them, and pretty much the couple in front of us, everybody was very friendly, by the way. That trip. And the people in front of us, one of the husband went into an office somewhere. I guess he just walked in. It was so long. We would have been there for probably 2 or 3 extra hours. That's how long it was. And the husband in front of us went inside this office that he saw, like a man just sitting on the desk. And I guess he ended up getting checked in or just like going through customs just like that so quickly. So he comes back out and the wife follows. Well, he didn't come back. The wife follows him in, and then they get their nice little check-in, and then they come back out, and they're like, "Hey, come here." And we're like, huh? Like, what's happening? And then, did I or did you follow? Did you go first? Because I was a little hesitant or apprehensive.
I don't remember being hesitant. I remember
you just
seeing
walked
a
over?
window of opportunity, and I was like, okay.
Oh, but you didn't know what the opportunity was because we walked in the office and we were like, okay, what's happening? And he was like, a little birdie told me that you guys just got married.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we were like,
yeah. Nah, I remember.
And he just did our customs just like that. It was like 30 seconds now. So we were literally blessed at the airport.
They was treating us like pregnant women. Like, they just let us go right on by, like, gave us all this special treatment. Yeah, go ahead. Like,
yeah.
So that was dope.
It was amazing. It was so much fun.
We had I think it was like a 2-hour drive from the airport to the actual resort. And I'm not gonna lie, that drive was kind of crazy because
you see mountainous area.
It was very mountainous, but like when you see all the like the poverty and all of the you see the impoverished areas and all that stuff, and then we passing by all of that, and then out of nowhere here's this world-class, beautiful resort, like strictly for like the affluent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, damn, like I don't know. I kind of felt crazy there because I kind of got the vibe, even though I've never been to Haiti. I felt like that's how.
Oh
Haiti
yeah, it
looked.
is. It's like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I felt. I'm like, we driving by all these people who are just trying to get it. They're just trying to make it. And then you pass by all of them, and here's this wonderful, beautiful resort. I'll be thinking to myself, like, yo, man, what they do to build this? Did they have to snatch resources? Is it because of this resort? Why it's, man, I'll be thinking of stuff like that.
It's a lot of different hands that's in the pot to kind of create that takes over these, third world countries. Yeah, that drive ain't do me no good. But, I mean... I ain't gonna lie, but once I got there, I was like, "This is freaking gorgeous." Yes,
beautiful. I had a spa, all inclusive joint, like, and all inclusive. And I'll be telling everybody about. First of all, I'm spoiled now. I can't do nothing that's not all inclusive no more. Since this was like my first real vacay, like I can't. I'm not spending money nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was restaurants. We were walking into,
this was his first experience, by the way. Well, can we say where we stayed? Like, we were passing a lot of we were in a group van, and there were other people that were in this van with us. We passed by, we dropped them off, and we saw their from afar a little bit. We saw where they were staying. We were like, oh, okay, well, I guess their spot was a little nice. Their spot was as soon as we got to our location, we were like,
We were like, oh, this spot is better than all of y'all.
all of y'all.
Yeah, because the van was dropping off people at different spots.
Yeah.
But then they took us to the last. We were like the last drop off, and I was like, oh, this is the best one. Yeah.
Amazing.
We walked in there, and I'm like, this is crazy.
We stayed at the Royalton St. Lucia Resort and Spa, and it was incredible. The foyer was incredible. The entrance was incredible. Like, it was so breathtaking. The view from the guest services was amazing.
It was dope. Right on the Caribbean Sea. Mm-hmm. Like, and it was just crazy. I ain't never been to nothing like that.
That was my second time at a resort like that, but that resort was much better than the first one that I went to, which was the Jamaica Grand Palladium. Oh, it was amazing. Grand Palladium was amazing, but this one was a step higher, a notch further. I mean, I'm sorry, a notch higher.
It was crazy.
It was amazing.
It was dope. It was like all these, like, first time I ever went to a swim up bar. It was like swim up bars, and then like there were all these pools and bars and all that stuff on the beach. Like, then you could go in the ocean. It was incredible. It was incredible. I felt like the man out there. Like, and it was dope because like we wasn't. I mean, I guess maybe it was dope, maybe it wasn't, but like we weren't out there with our like demographic. I ain't see like a lot of young black couples out there.
Yeah,
it was really out there with like kind of older, like foreign white people.
Yeah.
Like that was celebrating like their 40th wedding anniversary and stuff like that. It was funny. Like all the young niggas came, we was leaving. That was funny. But whatever. Anyway, before that, like we was it was just us there, like just this young black Caribbean couple. And everybody else ain't really look like us. Yep. So all the workers kind of related to us.
Yep. And
so they rock with us. Yeah, they call me Rastaman out there. I was the only dreadhead on the resort that didn't work there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they found out we was Haitian, they have like their own Creole dialect.
They do have their own dialect. Yeah.
So we was able to. Well, my wife was able to like speak to them in their native language. Yeah. Basically, so. They rocked with us. So that was fire. Yeah. But like at the same time, I kind of wish that there was more
of our peers.
Yeah, more of our peers
people
there
that we
and all
relate
that stuff.
to. There were a lot of young people, but we were really like a small number.
It wasn't a lot. A lot of people were pretty
much
older.
In the same group as the people who worked there because
that's what I'm saying.
Black,
like,
and we didn't have
it's kind of crazy.
People
it's like,
who stayed there. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that looked like us.
But the workers were all amazing.
Very, very nice.
They were really nice people. The service was A1.
Yes.
And like so it was incredible. When we got there, they made like they threw the I think what was it? Say happy anniversary or something, happy honeymoon, something like that on
honeymoon
the door.
Vibes.
I have the hat on the door.
Yeah, I have that on my closet door right now.
Yeah, I think they
upgraded
our room to like a honeymoon suite type
honeymoon
thing.
Suite.
Fire. It was crazy. Y'all go to my IG and look at the snaps. I still got them all up there. Like,
in your highlights?
In my highlights, they're all up there, like me documenting the actual room as we like walked in. It was crazy.
It was freaking beautiful.
And it just felt good to be in 80-degree weather every day in the bitter of winter.
The first night though really poured though. It
did.
Cat and dogs.
It rained like crazy.
Yep.
But we ain't catching none of us like. But it was just an all around dope experience. Like every single day, like. Every day it was just it just felt good to have 2018 there was always something to do.
Crazy, yeah.
I found myself getting to a place where I just couldn't relax.
Yeah.
That's why when we got there, we didn't do nothing. Like the first day we just slept. We got there and slept.
Yeah.
Like felt
we
good.
Got there, had dinner.
Yeah, we had dinner.
And slept.
Slept early though. Like we didn't have like that late night, none of that. Like,
yeah.
And then
called out people's like we made it safely and then KO'd.
That was it. And it felt good, man. I was ordering room service, eating all this horrible food. I'm not going to say horrible food. Food was great. I'm talking about, like horrible for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
all the fast food. But I didn't care about nothing. Like, we were on vacay. I didn't care nothing about that. And,
we had a wonderful balcony.
The rum punch was amazing. The rum punch was flowing. It was flowing. Oh, they make a great rum punch out there.
It was awesome. There's a restaurant. So I did this thing where I kind of did a nice little planned itinerary, a soft itinerary for us to do on a daily. And it was helpful that they gave us maps and they gave us the list of restaurants that we went to. So we kind of just like formulated a plan every day, and we literally went to all restaurants every evening and had a date night every evening, except for one.
Yeah, except for one. But like we had I think the only time we have a date night, but we did the excursion that day.
Yes.
Which was crazy, but like there was like a Mexican restaurant or a Caribbean restaurant.
Yep.
Oh, then we did a hibachi night.
Italian.
They had all the cultures. They had all the cultures covered.
Yep.
Like, and then we did an excursion that one. I think it was that Wednesday. We did an excursion.
Yes.
Went out to volcanoes.
Best excursion
riding the
ever.
Freaking what's it, the you call them
dune buggies?
Dune buggies. Yo, riding the dune buggies in mountainous St. Lucia. By the way, there was like no barriers. We was riding on cliffs.
We could have fell off.
I'm telling you, it could have been real bad. It could have been tragic. Like, New Jersey newly married couple falls off. It could have been that.
No way.
I'm saying, like, when we had to make these turns, there was no it still looked like somewhat of like a developing kind of country. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of things that weren't in place.
Mountainous, and you really had to be extra careful.
Yeah,
if you were not extra careful, that would have been it for you.
It was real adventurous, though.
Yes.
It was real adventurous.
Yes.
And we riding on the local streets. Like, kids are coming from school.
Yep.
Just watching these, like, where are all these people who clearly aren't locals? I mean, they probably thought you probably might have thought we were locals, but everybody else ain't look like us. So they're like, yo, yeah. Shout out to the moon balloon. But like, we was just riding around the street and like, yo, what's going on? What y'all doing? Like, and and people were hustling out there. The day we went to Castries, I think that was the next day. And we actually went out to the market and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people was running down on us. Yo, buy this, buy that. Yeah.
We were right next to the docking. What do I want to say? The dock where all the Royal Caribbean ships and all the great grand ships stop for.
Them ships were huge. They were big as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been on a cruise yet.
Yeah.
But like, them ships was.
Maybe you could do a cruise for a 10th. That could be an idea.
I'm open to that.
Okay, all right.
I'm open to that.
Sorry, sidebar.
I hate the water.
I've never been.
I have thalassophobia. Look that up. I think it's called thalassophobia. That's fear of the sea.
Oh.
The sea looks terrifying to me.
Okay.
Started when I was 12. I think we was at Lake Champion. I think I fell off one of the jet ski things, and then I was just in the middle of water, and I was terrified.
Oh.
And then driving on the Chesapeake Bridge. I think in Virginia. Was it Virginia? Where's the Chesapeake Bridge at? Gotta be Virginia, I think. Yeah. And that road narrows into like damn near one lane, and only the bay is around you. I almost had a heart attack. But like, I mean, nothing crazy. I don't be sweating and panicking under that. But inside, I be going through it. But whatever. I'm open to the cruise. But yeah, back to
St. Lucia.
But nah, it was dope, man. We did because it was like a little cruise on the way to the excursion. We did a boat ride. You know what I'm saying? And then we did all the, we did the dune buggies. We did all that. We went to the waterfall and all that. Had a great Caribbean lunch. We just meeting and talking to people. And then, came back. When we came back, I was wiped.
Booze cruise.
Yeah,
that's how we
called it the booze cruise.
And that was a extreme rum punch that they did.
It was wonderful. I can't remember how many cups I drank. But it was just really good though. They just made it really good. Like, this is from the island. This is here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's before anybody could throw their American spin on whatever. It's here first. I don't know. They did a good job. Anyway, like that whole experience was incredible, and I needed that. Yes. When I got back here,
yes,
I was like, yo, I'm about to quit my job. No, for real, because I was like, yo, this is something I need to be doing on a regular.
Yeah.
I need to create a situation where
we could travel all the time.
You feel me? I'm like, yo, I just got out. This was my first time leaving North America.
Yep.
Like in my life. Incredible experience.
And that was the first time we've ever traveled together outside of the country.
Just the two of us.
Yeah. Like, I have done some traveling experiences before and, been to a few places. But together, we've never really traveled, ever. Hopped on a plane and went somewhere outside of the country.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was
our
incredible.
very first time. That was one of our first for us.
Came back to here, it was 10 degrees.
10.
And I left
Negative 10. How about that?
And I left my coat in Jersey.
Yeah,
I didn't bring my coat with me to the airport. I mean, yeah, I didn't pack it with me. Like,
Did I pack mine with me though?
I think you did. But I remember when that car pulled up, I ran so fast, and I said, we need that car baking when we get in there.
Yeah, it was an experience.
I remember we came back. It was Martin Luther King's Day, like that Monday, I think. And it was 4 degrees.
Yeah, it was so cold.
It was bitter cold. It was bad. Like I think they started. I don't know
if we could have.
Up where my parents lived, they were canceling schools just because of the weather. Yeah. There was no snow, none of that. But it was just too cold to be outside. Oh my gosh. It was wild. But anyway,
we came back here and actually slept in our apartment for the very first time.
Yeah. That was the first time. Yeah, first time staying the night. Yeah.
And that was an experience too. Our first apartment, the first time we were really together, living together. I had jitters. And that was the first time we watched a movie together in our own apartment. I think you had jitters
because of the movie we watched.
No, I think I was nervous.
We watched Bird Box.
We watched Bird Box.
So she's in this new kind of empty-ish apartment and watching a somewhat scary movie. So she was just scared.
I was scared not because of Bird Box. It was just like a different place. It was a different environment. I wasn't comfortable, you know? So I was like, this is going to be an adjustment. Yeah.
In due time.
But it was lovely to be in it. It was just uncomfortable.
I mean, well, we had to do some more shopping. You had to make it more of you. You had to make it. You had to put your scent in it. You got to have your stuff in it. You got to have your pictures. Your Bible here. You got your Bible on the ottoman. Your Bible on the table. Your Bible on the nightstand.
Okay. Clearly, this had to be an anointed and saved house. You know.
Yeah, she a little OD, but it is what it is. But I mean, I'll just, in due time, you're gonna make it home. Right now it's just like a shelter. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Not a shelter. I'm talking about it's just shelter, like us being in here. Like it's not home yet.
Ready to say, what are you talking about?
Not a shelter. It's basically like the shelter that we're living in. That keeps us from being outside. Oh, is what I'm saying. Okay. It's not home yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just an apartment. You know
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So we had shelter and we had a bedroom set. We had a living room set. Everything was pretty much in place. I guess I just needed to zhuzh it up more. Is what you're trying to say.
Make it you. You gotta make it comfortable. But all that comes with time.
Yep.
But
now I'm all good. I love being here. Yep, being in our place, a lovely home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neighbor's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Yeah, these niggas be fighting. Like I be hearing, but it's not. She hears it more than me though. First off, like somebody above us or below us be snoring the paint off the walls. I don't know who it is, but I swear the lights be flickering.
Oh,
I be thinking it's PNC&G, but it's whoever that guy is.
Oh my goodness! You know what? I never hear a guy up there though. I always hear a woman, so it might be the woman snoring that loud.
It's a lady snoring.
She
like
tired.
But every day, I wonder where she work. UPS, loading trucks or something. Like Lord have mercy.
We have these neighbors where. Okay, well, our walls are thin, first of all. Our walls are very, very thin, but it depends on whose side of the wall it is. So I feel like we could only hear people below us, and the people above us can hear below them. So I feel like it depends on where you're at in the apartment. I mean, where you're at in the building. And so we can hear our downstairs neighbors cutting up like...
If y'all listen closely right now, you could probably hear them fighting right now.
They will cut up like she goes in on this man. Like this man, can we drop some tea real quick? So her man cheated and she found something to validate that he cheated. And what had happened was she caught him and, confronted him about it. And she said, "Whose are these?" And he goes, "Your mama's." So...
Wrong response, my guy.
So what had happened was they got into a brawl. It was just crazy. So we are entertained in the apartment.
It's funny. When my parents came over here, that's like the first thing I told them. I said, by the way, if y'all hear anything crazy,
it's the neighbors.
my man did his girl grimy, so just give me y'all a bit of
And
a
he's
precursor.
still doing his girl. We in the new year, and they had a fight just the other day.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. It's hilarious, but it's so sad at the
Y'all see
same
how
time.
low our voices got?
Yeah.
When we get to talking about this? Y'all see how low we started talking? I don't know if them niggas listening, but I don't know.
So forgive us if you happen to know these neighbors. We're not gonna rat on them. We just gonna pray for them.
Yeah, God help them.
Yes, please.
God bless them.
But yeah, we have an experience in this apartment.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's a good place to be, but it's very different from what we normally are used to. So.
Hey, I mean, regardless of what's going on outside these walls, it's actually more peaceful living
Yes,
here.
it's so quiet.
Than my years in East Orange.
like there's no noise out here. It's like such a quiet area. Really?
It's Newark, man. It's Newark. So you're gonna hear an ambulance every now and again.
We live right next to a hospital, though.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
So it's
There
not like cop cars, like I'm used to, or the
I say
highway
ambulance,
beeps.
like you're gonna hear a siren. First of all, there's always a cop lurking around here, but like
But I don't ever hear them.
I see them more. I see them more than I hear.
Look, the one time we ever heard anything from a cop is when they were looking for somebody.
Looking for somebody's
looking
dog. Yo,
they was
cop
looking for
pulling
the
up-
owner of a dog.
Cop driving around like.
He said, "Did anybody lose a
Did
dog?
anybody see a dog?
I've never.
I
in
repeat,
my life.
did anybody see a? I'm like, well, what are y'all like, yo?
Cop
Like,
pet control. What are you
like,
talking
y'all,
about?
What, y'all handling this now? Can y'all go handle somebody's man that just got killed or something? Like, go handle something. Go handle something more serious. I mean, granted, yeah, if you have a dog, I get you. You want your dog to come home safe and all that, but to have the cop on dog patrol,
Yo,
like a city cop, like
we've never seen that in our lives.
yo, that was weird as hell. He was really combing the block, coming up and down these streets looking for whatever.
That's when it confirmed to us. Was like, yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore.
This
Like
is a little different.
This is a different.
It's a little different
place
around
of
here.
residence and area. It's like, okay, we are not in Kansas anymore. Like this cop is looking for a dog owner.
My man was like, I repeat, does anyone see a dog?
No, did anybody lose a dog?
Or lose a dog, whatever. Like,
What were they gonna say? I did.
that's
Like,
what I'm saying. But like, there was no signs, no like flyers. I don't know, whatever. That's weird.
yeah. So we're now in a very
Yeah,
quiet.
so-
We are city folk. We come from cities. We were born and raised in cities. We are still in a city, but we're in the rural part of it.
Yeah, it's just,
And
yeah.
it's very quiet around here. Like literally no noise, no arguing, no fighting, no anything except for our neighbors.
Except for inside.
But outside is like no nonsense, no drama, no anything.
Which
no,
is cool with me. That's
no
how I like
anything.
it. That's how I like it.
Yeah. At first I was like, dang, it's too quiet. But now I'm just like, I love the quiet. It's and we're next to this wonderful, beautiful park, which is like amazing and huge, but it's just like I love it. It's very nice.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So talking about that, now that we've talked about our first time being together in an apartment and having one, let's talk about the year itself and how we have managed as a married couple, like new things or old things and things that,
I'm gonna say
affected
this.
us. Sure.
I'm gonna say this. This year was the only year during the whole course of our relationship that we argued the least. We barely had any arguments throughout the course of 2019. I feel like we figured out a lot of what we go head to head on, like early in our relationship. And this year was probably our most peaceful year. Not saying that we be fighting like cats and dogs like all the time, but this year, I don't know, maybe it was just a growth, or I don't know, man. The minute we became married, I felt like there's something changed, but this year was the most peaceful year in our relationship. I noticed that, and I thought that was dope.
Yeah. Yeah, ironically, we literally had a very, very, very calm and cool year. We do have disagreements, of course.
Yeah.
Get
but
on
like,
each other's nerves
this
and
was
stuff
the
like
least.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
But this had to have been the most quiet year for us
Yeah.
in terms of arguing or big fights and stuff like that.
Word.
Yeah,
So that was
that was
dope.
a great first for us.
But we're gonna jump into now. We're gonna talk about like what surprised, like how did we surprise each other in our living arrangements? You know what I'm saying? One thing that jumps out at me is, hey, yo, she can cook, y'all. Now let me say this, all right? I'm gonna be delicate. We've been dating for 9 years.
I've cooked for you before we lived together, sweetheart.
Yeah, like 3 times. But like now, she cooking for me once every 3 years. And when we moved in, she was in that kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, let me make this today. I'm gonna make this today. I'm gonna make this today. I'm gonna make that. I'm like, yo, I'm like, where am I? I'm like, yo, I'm back in St. Lucia or something. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm with that.
Oh my gosh, really?
That was one thing that surprised me.
You?
No, hold on. Now let me take it back. I know you can cook. You can cook very well.
Thank you.
You had a great teacher.
Yeah, my mama.
Yes.
Yep.
Because mommy could cook up a storm.
If you are a daughter of my mama, you're gonna have to learn how to, cook now.
But when you came here, I feel like when you got your own kitchen, it was a different story. Like, it was a whole different
I was
vibe.
a chef.
And I was loving it. Always came home to food and needed that.
Yeah. Oh.
So that was one thing that jumped out at me. I'm like, oh, so you actually maybe you do like cooking.
I don't love it. I like it.
But you did it enough for me to think
eat.
that you. No, of course. But you did it enough for me to think that okay, you get some kind of enjoyment out of this.
You know what I like about it though? Learning new dishes. Like
and that's what you was doing.
Learning new styles. I grew up with just Haitian food my whole life. It was once in a blue moon. My mom tried different dishes and different styles, different culture dishes, and I like that. And so I like learning new recipes and new styles and new things to make so that it's not, what's the word, monotonous? Or Yeah, it's not like, okay, we do this every day, So I like that part of it. But for me to be slaving in the kitchen for hours, I don't like it. My mom can do it. I'm just not a fan.
Well, I feel like, this is like a new generation of women. Like, women are working these days. They're out here doing what they got to do.
My mom was a working woman.
I'm not saying she wasn't. I'm just saying that, I don't know. I feel like that whole, it's like somewhat of a like domestic mentality of women like in the kitchen cooking all the time, all day. I feel like that's not really the case these days no more. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine because, if you want to think about like back in the day, the family could be good off the man's paycheck alone. It ain't like that these days. Now both got to be out there working. So you got to give credit to the women who are actually working long hours and then actually come home and actually, chef it up and do all that too. And also tending the kids when kids come in the picture. So salute to the strong women out there. That's going to be you.
Thank
when
you.
you become a mom and all that. But we gonna talk about that later. I want a boy first.
Oh,
definitely want a boy first. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
From my mouth to God's ears.
Noted.
Yeah. Whatever you got to do to make that happen.
You gonna tell God what he need to do?
I'm not gonna. I'll throw a request, and then he gives me back whatever he feels he needs to give me back. Whatever's in the will of the Lord.
I'm glad you said that.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
What else surprised you?
You became more clingy.
Okay.
You became a clingy. I'm not gonna say girlfriend, a clingy fiance, because that's when it started.
That's not first year though. Oh, that's when it started. Okay.
But I'm saying like that's when it started. Like in when we moved in with each other, that's when I really started. It started hitting like hard. Like first couple years of our relationship, I feel like you could, you was in it, but you was like,
I could do without you.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, yo, she don't need me.
She don't need me.
The whole relationship thing was new to you. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was still new. It took you a while to really get adjusted to everything that came with it.
Not just 3 or 6 months, a while.
It took a while. It took years. Like
years.
But the minute I proposed, I started to see the change.
Okay.
And then I feel like that was 2017. Then 2018 it got heavier. 2019, now it's at like an all-time high. But the minute we moved in with each other, it's like, you became, all of that. you know, you've been on me. Hey, when you going? What time you coming home? Hey,
That's not even true. No, don't even say
you
that.
do be doing that though.
I don't say it like that though.
Not like you don't
Hey,
want.
where
Not
you're
like
going.
not like what.
What
Not
time
like
you
not
coming
like
home.
you do ask them questions, but not like
No,
you
we
don't want me to
ask each
go.
others
No,
these
we do ask
questions.
each other that. But
Oh.
remember when it was just me asking them questions?
Yes.
I'm saying like now it's, you know what I'm saying, now
Always
you doing
wanting me to check in and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was always
Now I'm just like a check-in person now.
Yeah, I mean I was big on checking in because I was always big on safety.
On safety?
Yeah, I always wanted to know like where you are, like, you know, make sure everything's cool where you at, like you all right, cool. Not on some controlling type stuff because that's just whack. But like I always said that, yo, if something was to go down, I know where I could shoot to and handle that. Like that was always my mind. Like
I don't think I've ever thought about it like that.
well, that was how I thought about it. Just me, you know, with
I
you
thought
be
that
dealing
just
with a young
wanted me
woman.
to check in with you and just be like, okay, well,
My check-in, no, it was for me. It was always about safety. It wasn't just about knowing to know. I mean, like, cause you could do and go wherever you want. Like, I would never. I just wanted to know, just in case something was to go crazy, I know where you're at, so I can go. Like, I'm always like,
wow.
I got
That's
my
interesting to
shoes
know.
by the door, like ready if something go. Even I'll be at work. Since you
Yeah.
rarely call me at work, well, now you call me for whatever at work. You just call me whenever.
I know I only called you because I was on vacation and I had nobody else to call.
But I'm like, yeah, I'm working, yo.
I know, but I just
I'm
needed
like,
my
I'm
friend.
busy as I get you, baby. But I'm coming home. I promise you, I'm
I
coming
know,
home.
but now when I'm back at work, did you get any calls?
I
from
didn't.
me?
No.
Okay.
I know
So
why.
I
I know
had
why.
leisure.
But what I'm saying,
but why did you say it as if I'll be just calling you randomly? Just tell them the truth. I was only calling you because I had nothing else to do.
no. You don't call me randomly at work. No.
Okay, thank you.
All right. What I'm saying is, like, if I do get a call from you at work, I'm ready to. Since I know you don't call me like that at work often, I'll be thinking that, yo, it's something serious. Maybe it's an emergency. So I'm ready to shut down my laptop and run out the door. Like
Now
I'm just always on go.
Yeah.
If
Now
it's
I'm like,
you feel me.
Hey babe, I just called to say I love you.
And I'm taking off my coat like, okay, I love you too. Like, you want to know where that started though?
Yes, you.
I'll
It
tell you.
came from you.
Whoa.
What did
Let
it
me
come
tell
from?
you why I have this mindset.
Okay.
It was because of a joke you pulled. What was it? I would say 8 years ago. It was 8 or
No, it
9
started
years
before
ago.
that. You always wanted me to check in.
No. I'm talking about why I like. No, I do want you to check in because of safety, but like,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about when you like the urgency of like feeling like I have to handle something.
Do we have to say that joke? I don't think we should say a joke. I don't think we should say a joke.
Fine, played a bad joke back in the day,
A very bad joke.
and ever since then, I'm like I'm on go.
All the
When
time.
if she calls, if I
You
hear
might as well
anything
say it.
kind
They're
of,
going to be like, what was the joke?
I bet. Yo, she texted me. It was like the middle of the night.
Oh
I
my
woke
God,
up and I
this
got
is so horrible. I feel
hold
so
up.
bad.
Okay, but yo, check it out. She texted me
Uh-huh.
from her mother's phone
Oh, God.
saying like, "Hey, have you seen my daughter? I know she was last with you. She hasn't come home." I'm
my
like, "Yo,
Lord.
you got to be kidding me."
Oh, my Lord. I'm cringing right
I'm
now.
like, what? Yo, I'm like, this was.
freaked out.
I was like, yo, what you talking about? Now I'm calling you like crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, at the time, I did not have my license.
Okay.
Made my brother. I woke up my brother in the middle of the night. I said, bro, get in the car. We got to go to the house right now. We got to see what's going on.
Okay.
Pulled up.
Uh-huh.
I see a car outside. I'm like, all right, yo, her car's out
home.
here. And Olivia said to this day, he remember like the shakiness of my voice. Like,
Oh
by the
my
way, we were
God.
only like,
What,
a few
6?
months in.
Oh,
We were only like
okay.
a few months in. We wasn't even a year yet, I don't think.
Okay.
And but I was just wild worried. I'm like, yo, her car's outside. I'm like, yo, did something happen to her on the way walking in? I'm like, did somebody just snatch it up? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, I was bugging out. So we stayed out there for a little bit. Then I'm just thinking of all the possible like scenarios. And I'm like, all right, we just went back to the crib. And I'm like, I just continue to call. And then you actually answered. And the thing is, like when she played that joke, when she sent that text,
I fell right
she
to
fell
sleep.
asleep after she
So
did
I
that.
didn't get a chance to say, just JK, it's me, honey, and blah,
And
blah,
I was
blah.
when she picked up, I was like, yo, don't ever do that to me again, yo. I was like, yo, I was outside your
I was
crib.
So sad.
I was like, yo, I don't know, I was just wild worried, but
Oh my God, my heart is breaking, honey. I'm sorry.
nah, it's all good. But like,
I'm
but ever since then,
sorry.
I'm
He's
just
been
ready.
on level 10.
I'm ready for whatever if things get if you know what I'm saying. That's why I'll just be wanting to know, yo, where you at? All right, cool.
Yeah,
You home yet? All right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was scary. I'm sorry.
So I was like, oh yeah, so yeah, that stuck. Like I'm talking like till now.
Yeah.
Now I don't care where I'm at. I always tell her, I don't care where I'm at.
Are you there?
I'm pulling up. Another state, I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
You're never too far.
Yeah.
Never too far.
Agreed.
But yeah, so we so that's that. But yeah, so you're more like, I feel like you're more like into this now more than you've ever been.
Into this or into you?
Me. With this relationship, this marriage, like this is something that you was not big on coming up, you know, and then now you're just like, you're 100% both feet, and there's no doubts, and everything it's like a complete 180.
Yep.
And during this first year,
yep,
this was like the first, because I guess just living with you, being with you every day, I'm like, yo, she is all on. I can't breathe.
Yo, are you serious?
Yo, ironically, it got to the point where I was like, yo, I think I need my space.
Really?
No, for real. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, but it's like,
I never knew that.
But early on in our relationship, that was all I wanted.
That's all you wanted.
And now that I got it, I'm like, damn. It's crazy how that worked, though. You feel me? But all in all, I'm actually happy with how she is now.
Okay.
Like, I actually love it. You know, I actually do love it. But yeah, that's one thing that definitely jumped out. You know, that's the extended version.
Can you breathe now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take every other breath.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good though.
I just like you.
That's what's up. I like being liked.
Okay.
But those are two of the main things that jump out at me. What's another thing? Oh, she hops on a 5 a.m. prayer line. No, we be speaking facts here. Like, I wake up and I just hear praying. And if she has it on speaker, I'm hearing like multiple women pray. And I'm just like, hey, look, we're both of God. We're both in the church. I get it. But I'm like, yo, it is way too early to hear all them voices.
Oh, it's way too early to hear the voices, but it's never too early when you want to be woken up or you want to wake me up.
What you mean?
I
don't wake you up at 5.
Such
at 5?
You wake me up whenever you're up.
I wake up at 5, but I don't wake you up at 5.
You would like me to be woken up, okay?
No.
You wake me up when it's convenient for you.
It's not 5.
It is 5.
No,
it could be 4.
What?
It could be
I'm not up at 4.
you're not always up at 4 or 5. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the mornings where you just up early. And you want me to wake up?
Yeah, but when I get to when I want,
it's not.
Listen, when it's 5, I make sure I leave you alone. When it starts hitting like 7, I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna start nudging and all that. Just start messing with you, yeah. But that's still too early for you. I get that.
No, sweetheart.
But 5, nah, I'm letting you sleep. At 5, like I do get up almost at 5 every morning, 5 or 6.
You let me sleep now. Before, it would be 4. It'd be 5.
Yo, 4 is wild.
Okay.
That's wild.
We're gonna
5 is
even there.
5 is still a push.
I know I check my phone like, dang, it's 5 in the morning. Like, it's Jesus.
Can we get back to the prayer line?
Let's go back to Jesus. All right. So
she hops on this prayer line and it lasts for like
it's
at least.
It's inconvenient for you, so I gotta move out of the bed.
I never told you to go anywhere.
You're right. But I feel that it is bothering you, so I do leave the bedroom and I go to the living room. Yeah.
It's a bit disturbing, but it is what it is. All good.
So that was
I'll tell you what's more disturbing is your damn alarm.
Oh.
She has this alarm.
Okay.
That's more obnoxious. Like, imagine like Fran Drescher screaming at you at, I don't know, at 4:30 with like the Aflac duck. Like her in one ear and duck in the other ear. Just every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Like, you're going to be ready to shoot something.
Okay.
Like, that's just going to be your natural instinct.
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you. She has this alarm that starts ringing like 5.
Every 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes up until like 7, 8 o'clock.
It's true. That's not a lie.
Yo, I hate it.
I cannot get up in the mornings. We already know that I'm not great with mornings.
But here's the thing. It don't work.
It does work.
No, it don't.
Okay, so this is where we're going to disagree.
No, because you just turn it off and go back to sleep.
But it actually works.
How does it work when you go back to sleep?
Okay, I understand that I go back to sleep, but it's kind of like a reminder. Hey, you got to get up soon. So it's like a mind thing. It's a mind trickery where you kind of like, okay, I know that it just rung, but I have 15 minutes. Then 15 minutes, I wake up back up again. And then the next 15 minutes, I wake back up. And when I see that the time I'm really supposed to get up, it actually motivates me to get up at that time. It works. It works. It probably doesn't work for you because you're just naturally up in the morning, but it works for me.
I don't know.
It works for a lot of us.
You still be late. You still be late to work.
I know people can relate that they have about 15 alarms in their morning.
How you still late to work?
That's a different story.
You still late to work.
I'm up, but I'm taking my time.
What's the?
It's the point of it.
It's the point to be on time for work.
It's a point.
So the point is just to be awake.
Yes, to be awake so that you're not. You're not like going to be later. Like I'm late with the reasonable time span.
Come on, yo, you got an alarm. Like, I'm sure every apartment above us and below us can hear it.
Look, if you're supposed to be at work at 9, and you're there like at 9:15, it's not gonna be bad. But if you're supposed to be at work at 9 and you get there like at 10:30, that's a problem.
Yeah, you be doing that.
I don't get to work at 10:30. What are you talking about?
You've done that before.
I've done it before.
So you've done that before several times.
No, I've never been to work at 10:30.
Or maybe you just be hitting me late.
Yeah, I'll tell.
Okay, maybe it'd be that. Maybe it'd be that then.
10:30.
I'll get like an 11 o'clock text like, "Hey, I'm at work." I'm like, "Damn." I'm like, "What was that alarm for?" So it helps you wake up, but it doesn't give you the kick to actually get to work on time. What are we doing this for? So now I'm pissed. You're late. Who does it help? Like, I just didn't get it.
Okay, so this is what I need you to get.
Oh, I got more.
It helps that I wake up. It helps me to wake up.
All right, man.
The process of me getting to work on time, I need work on that.
All right,
but it helps that I wake up.
So how about we work on that now? Like, maybe, like
but I still need the alarms. That doesn't eliminate the fact that I don't need the alarms.
Oh, that's crazy.
You're stressed.
It's just not the thing to hear. It's like I don't want to hear that first thing in the morning. I'm waking up mad. Like now I'm mad.
All right.
But it is what it is.
Some things that surprised me.
Hold up, I got one more.
I think
I got one more.
I think we need to get to what surprised me.
I got one more.
You've been talking.
I know, but I got one more. You're loud. You're loud. You are very loud. You'll just shout out of nowhere.
You say that
you'll
all the
clap,
time
you'll
on
scream.
the episodes, so of course everybody's gonna know that I am.
But just walking through. Maybe it's worse now that we actually have like
people
we have like an echo in here and stuff.
Thinks that I'm very quiet though.
Yeah, you
and
are.
At my job,
I'm
very quiet.
Because that's in public. That's the Gemini in you.
You know what?
The other side comes out when you're home, and you're just loud. You just be super loud. I'm like, yo, I just was not ready for that volume. Just not yet. Just not yet.
Look, I'm very loud. I'm very peppy. I'm very like hyper. Like I guess that's just my house nature, or with people I'm really comfortable with.
I mean,
I'm
guess.
very open and just like super like inviting. So I get it. I am a pretty loud person, and like what makes me laugh now is kind of like when we're chilling and I just get loud out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. And I'm just like, why? I'm like, I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here.
You're so bad.
I don't like loud noises out of nowhere. Like not just blast out of nowhere. Even though like I listen to like music loud in the car, like I ease into it. Like I adjust the volume accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
This is hilarious. Now that we're talking about you, I'm just thinking about you get so mad.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. And you be talking a lot. That's my last one. That's my last one. My last one is that you be.
I don't talk a lot.
No, the minute I walk in the door, you start asking. You ask her like five questions. You ask 5 questions back to back, but I'm still trying to answer the first 2.
I don't talk a lot.
And then you answer your own questions.
You talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
And you talk a lot.
No, for real. I be coming home. I don't want to talk that much when I come home. Like not right away. I kind of just want to like relax and decompress a little bit. Then you be on me for all the time. That's all I got.
I'm still laughing at the loud thing though.
Yeah, go ahead, laugh.
You're just relaxed and chilling, and I'm like, okay, and you're like, God damn.
It's like, why are you screaming? Why? Like, why? Just relax.
All right. So yeah, all of those things What surprised me
All right, what you got?
is that you're more open now. You are the type of person you were the type of person that was very reserved, very like kind of like closed off, and like not very inviting to me. You were just like, I mean, you were personally, emotionally inviting to me, but I know with other things, you just were like, I don't know. It was just like you seemed a little bit closed off, and I'm like, I'm your fiance, you know, I'm your girlfriend. Like, come on, like, you know, be open, be with it. And you're like, nah. Now you're completely opposite. You're just like in the house, like, well, you don't walk around bare, but you're a lot more open with that. Like, oh, so there's another thing where how I grew up, there was no locked doors. There were no closed doors. Like, even my room door didn't have a knob. Like, everything was just open. You close doors, you lock doors. Now in this apartment, no locked doors. Like, so you're completely open. To the point where one time I closed the bathroom door, you was like, what are you doing? Like, why you got the door closed? What's happening? I don't know what happened. I think I was just like, I don't know. I don't remember why that was closed. But you were like, okay, what's happening? So you're completely different now. You're more open with me. You know, I like it. I like it. You're very open with me.
As I should be.
Yeah. So it's different. So that surprised me. You kind of just been more. What surprised me, you're more lazy.
We got to talk about that.
You are more lazy. I have never seen a more lazy person in my life.
Relax.
Like
take
you.
it easy.
No,
take it
that's
easy.
true. That's very true.
Come
You're
on.
a very lazy person. Very lazy person.
First of all, like, nah.
You're very true. You know when you're not lazy?
What?
You only contribute your efforts to activity that pays you. So if it's not coming with a check, then you will not want to do it.
I got to get this money.
You will only contribute.
Which argument you want to have? Hey, can you take out the dishes? Oh, you're so lazy. Hey, can you? Or you want to have hey, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make this rent this month. Oh, I don't know if we're able to pay this bill. That argument is a little scary, ain't it?
Which we don't have an argument about.
Of course, because I'm out here making this money.
We never had that argument, but I see what you're saying. It's just, I don't know.
My thing is this though. Like,
okay.
I'm not like I understand what you're saying about the whole lazy thing, but I just don't. When I come home, I just want to relax. Like,
okay,
I'm normally
when I come home, I want to relax as well.
I do.
And if
I
we
do
both
wild
relax, stuff is not gonna get done.
Stuff be getting done though.
When? Because I tell you to get them
I
done.
know when stuff need to get done, and I'll do it.
All
But I'm
right.
saying like I'll just put it off for like tomorrow or something like that. I'll put it off. You don't like that I procrastinate
for the next day and the next day and the next day, and then you start to ask questions like, "Well, do we really need to do this? Do we really have to? Is it really that necessary?" Like, I just be like, "What? Just please do this." So you are really lazy. Like, it's very annoying to me. So it surprised me because he's such a workaholic. He's this person where he's just like, you know, I got to do this. I got to do this, especially with his music career. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. But with everything else, this guy right here will be
I want to come home and relax.
A sloth.
That's all it is.
Okay, I like to relax too. Again, nobody's saying you can't relax. It's just when things need to get done, you will opt out. You will literally opt out. You're a gym rat. You put that effort towards that because that's what you want to do. That doesn't come with a check, but
It comes with life. I got to stay alive.
Okay, that comes with a different goal. But everything else is just like, are you kidding me? Just please do it. That's not a big deal. Last night, you took out the trash. You know, we put the trash in front of the door so that you would walk all the way to the dumpster and toss it.
Y'all do it in the morning.
The trash is gonna smell in the hallway.
Not with the heavy duty bag. Not with
We
the heavy duty bag.
We already have a problem with our hallway smelling.
What the hallway be smelling?
This hallway right here. You will put the trash in front of the door just so that you don't have to walk all the way to the dumpster.
Not with the heavy duty bag. It's a heavy duty bag. It don't be smelling. It really
You're
don't.
gonna leave the trash there overnight?
Yeah, I did it. I did that before.
It's so gross.
I did it before. Ain't nothing smell.
Yeah, you were lazy. So I ended up having to do it because I was like, I'm not.
You didn't
willing
have to. You chose to. I was gonna do it in the morning.
But I have to do it because I didn't want it to sleep there the whole night, and
Yeah.
that's gross.
Yeah, listen, not with the black heavy duty bag. They didn't know what was in it. It could have been all cardboard.
Point proven. You're lazy. So I guess I think that's what's changed.
I mean, are you talking about with me or the stuff that just changed between us? Because there's more that changed just between us, like in regards to like.
But what's changed between us though is the fact that we don't have many date nights anymore.
Nah, we probably only had like. I'll probably count on one hand how many we had this year.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
We used to go to the movies all the time. We used to go out to eat literally all the
All
time.
the
Like
time.
it used to be like an every weekend thing
Yeah.
at one point. But I think with that kind of came with us being just smarter financially. We got
Yeah,
You
saving.
know what I'm saying? We were sounding like our parents and we got food at the house. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing that for years.
Very true.
And I realized that they were right.
Yeah.
It's
And
because-
we have a lot of Netflix here.
Yeah, like
where
you know what
we
I'm
can
saying?
watch movies and
So
stuff.
that was like I don't want to say a drastic time to change, but that was
But we haven't lost sight of dating each other though.
Nah, we still know
know.
that's something that's gonna.
We still have date nights.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
not
yeah.
many.
There's not a lot. There's not a lot. I mean, but you know, it's just I don't know. We're just prioritizing other things. But it's still important for us to get dressed up, go somewhere. Like it's still something dope to do, but we don't do that as much. So that's definitely one thing that changed. Another thing is me cooking.
You cooking.
Started cooking more.
Or me cooking.
Well, me cooking, period, really. Well, I cook a little bit. Nah. I'll just say period. Yeah. Well, I mean, both of us.
Well, both of us, yeah.
Yeah, both of us are cooking more than we've ever did. Well, I'm cooking more than I ever did. I don't know about you. I know you. Well, are you cooking more than you like ever did though? Like,
yeah. Again, I don't love cooking, but I do it, and I do like to. It's just not something that I will do for every week, and I have to do it. Like I'm not going to be in the kitchen often if I don't want to.
all good. All you gotta do is cook a good 2 times a week and you straight, or maybe 3.
We could cook
Yeah,
2 times a week,
yeah.
or we can take every other week if we want to.
So,
we can do that
I
and
know
cook
that.
more dishes.
I wasn't saying you
than just
like
meat.
Claushelle. I was talking to the listeners like you.
Okay. Right.
So before you start,
Just want to make sure I clarified.
jump on my back about
No,
that.
I'm just saying. I just thought I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
We on the same page.
Okay, great. Another thing that's changed between us was being open with each other's finances and talking business goals.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
that's definitely important. You know,
That's
if you married, you
completely
gotta
changed.
talk
Yep.
about that.
Talking finances and business is never a topic that we've ever discussed before he even put a ring on it. It was just we didn't even talk. Like that was nothing. That was something that we never even discussed or even thought to talk about. Now being married and sharing finances, sharing an account, having bills that we share together,
Right.
and actually having goals that we want to achieve financially. We talk about it often now. We
Definitely
have
do.
a plan in place.
Yeah. And
So that's changed between us.
that's definitely changed. Another thing that changed is us having like our devotion.
yeah.
Like our personal time with
Yep.
God was something that we didn't really do like coming up.
together.
Like in our relationship, we
Yep.
didn't do that really at all. And we actually decided to do that together, which kind of led to this podcast really. After we would have devotion, all the conversations we'll just have through the devotion. We was like, we should just start recording it. But once we started doing that like more often during this first year together. So that was another change that we definitely did. So we're trying to stay on point with that. And another thing I've noticed for you, you're not as busy as you used to be.
I'm not busy.
You were wild busy
I
throughout
am
our entire
not
relationship.
busy.
Now you have I feel like you just have hella extra free time to do whatever.
Yes, I don't have many obligations. I'm not putting myself in a lot of events or activities. I am not as busy as I used to be. I'm still busy with things, but I'm not as busy. I'm literally taking me time this year. Me time,
That's what's up.
or not this year. I have taken me time this past year. 2019 was me time for Shelly. It was definitely disconnecting, just literally reflection, spiritual growth, And it's so amazing. It's like a miracle that I have my own home, that I don't have every and anybody knocking on my door or giving me a task to do or giving me something to work on.
No shade.
No shade. I love that you did that for me because you knew I was getting ready to go there, right? But no shade. It was just me time, like no interruptions, quiet, devotion. And yeah, I still have people to talk to and places to see and stuff like that. I still have to make sure I have something going on in life, but I really took the time for me. So yeah,
Well, and
2019
as
was that.
you should, or we should, honestly, because last year was so crazy. It was good to take this. This is like our year off, kind of. Like we had to just chill. But after everything we just discussed, all the little annoyances, just everything that we discussed that we learned about each other, having this first year together.
You just had a lot of annoyances for me, and I only had one for you. But there's so many annoyances from him, guys.
There's more.
It's
I know you got more.
I just couldn't think of all of them because I don't really care about them, and I don't complain much. But he just likes to complain.
Stop.
Yeah,
Don't do
he likes
that.
to complain.
You always mention when I'm annoying you about something.
What? Just tell me. Remind me, because I really couldn't think of anything.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay.
You're not bringing that. I'm not bringing that.
Okay. So, yeah, he complained about all these things, which don't really matter, but he likes to complain.
However, despite all of that.
All of that, yep.
When I'm at work, when I'm going throughout the whole course of my work day, all of that, or even if it's not work, if I'm doing something else, I still can't wait to get home to my wife.
Wow.
That's just a fact. And we're not tired of each other. I'm not sick of her. She's not sick of me. We're still happily in love. We love being together. We love having our own space.
Our own home.
Yeah, our own home, our own, like, our quality time. Like, the minute I, like, touch down at work, automatically look at the clock, and I'm just like, all right, when I got to get my wife?
When are you coming home to me?
Yeah, so it'd be so despite all of that.
To your question, if
changed.
we ever get tired of each other,
nah.
Nope. Yeah,
not at all.
We don't, and it doesn't matter what we're dealing with. From work. Sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes, we're not on the same page and stuff like that. We're literally still madly in love, and this first year of marriage was just proof that, especially because we really didn't have any big fights or anything. We literally
it was
were
a
calm,
solid,
cool, collected, and we just lived.
It was a solid first year. It was a solid first year. It wasn't no drama,
nope.
no none of that. We just kind of,
we don't need
I don't
space.
know, and I think a lot of that probably is because we've been together for so long.
Yeah.
But this still was new territory with us living together. Like,
yeah.
Because my uncle always said, like, yo, when you move in with a woman, it's a different story.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is different. But honestly, I feel like this year was a successful year.
It was.
It was a successful,
like,
first
successful
marriage year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, we made it. We got, God willing, I can't even throw a number on how many more years I want, but I'll just say 99 for now. But anyway, so with this new year starting, let's get into the goals we got for this year.
#goals.
Yeah, so like personally, first I'll speak. This first quarter of the year, I definitely want to put out my album. I've been working on the album tirelessly for many months right now, and I won't give the date of the release just yet. I got a couple of things to tie up, but I want to drop that. I want to do a lot of big things with that. I want to perform at a lot of places I've never performed yet, go to a lot of states I haven't, and I actually do have the opportunity to do that. So I got a lot of things on the horizon, music-wise, that I'm actually really excited about. So that's one of my goals for this year, just to take it a next level up and step up what I'm doing on the music side. And I'm growing, y'all. I'm really trying to make some moves and make a lot of things happen. Me and the whole Real Music team. So that's definitely one of my goals for this year, and we're gonna be doing a lot of things. So just stay tuned. Aside from that, another thing is for us to be like more consistent with our devotion and our time with God. We were consistent at one point, then we kind of fell off, then we'll fall back on, then we'll kind of fall back off.
We want to be on a very solid foundation with, devoting our time to God together.
Exactly.
So that's a very, very important goal of ours, and we want to be able to keep that going for years to come. Make sure that that's so consistent to the point where if we even think about, or if it possibly is missed, we feel some type of way about it. So that's important for us to do. The next thing that we want to do is plan a big celebration for our 10th year being together. For us, it doesn't have to be a party for everybody to come to or whatever. Something that we want to do for our 10th year being together, because we've had a very interesting decade of being in a relationship, and we want to celebrate that we've made it through. We're happy. We've always been happy, but we did have rocky moments, rocky times. So who doesn't, right? Who doesn't being in a relationship? And so we want to commemorate ourselves for sticking it through, getting married at the end of it all, and still being happy.
Yeah, we about to hit the dime this year, y'all. We about to really hit that dime. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. So we figuring out what we're gonna do. Y'all shoot us over some ideas if y'all have any.
Please. So we also have a goal of making sure that this podcast venture that we're on is successful. So we're always thinking of new ideas, new things, new avenues to take it to. Our content, we want to make sure that it's relatable. We want to make sure that we're putting out great things for you guys to hear. We're also open to suggestions.
Yeah, let us know any feedback. Let us know if y'all really rocking with these. If y'all have any advice of how we should, adjust these if need be, what we should talk about, who we should be speaking with. You know what I'm saying? Any ideas to our listeners, let us know what we can do to make it better, because we definitely have a goal of, trying to make this, more, I don't want to say relatable, or we just want this, want it to be a successful podcast, man. So, y'all shoot us over some ideas if y'all want us to, make any kind of adjustments if need be anywhere. So let us know.
But if it ain't broke, we don't need to fix it, right?
Well, let us know if it's broken now.
Yeah, we do want a very successful podcast. So we're going to continue to keep these going.
We'll continue to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
we will.
Check us out on all the platforms and all that. Mm-hmm. Run them numbers up.
Please. We really
all
appreciate
that good stuff.
And thank you in advance.
Yes, sir.
Another goal that we have for this year is both of us are looking to either get a new job or a new opportunity. So we do have career goals in place, and we want to achieve those. But we want to make sure that we pretty much do that this year.
Yeah, I don't know. This year I'm just feeling something different. This year I feel like jumping out the box, doing something like taking a leap of faith. I really feel like doing that this year. I mean, it's the start of a new decade. I'm gonna be 30 this year.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. That's wild, bro. I just feel like doing a whole bunch of new, exciting, dope things. Career-wise, music-wise, all that. So, just ready to jump on any new opportunities that come my way and just make some things happen, yo. So we gonna definitely stick with that. Definitely,
plan to do that.
Yeah. The plan's in play, baby. It's in play.
We are going to start planning to be homeowners.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been in this year. We're actually gonna, put our best foot forward with that and start focusing more on that.
I'm getting excited right now just thinking about it.
No, I'm not really, yo. I mean, the apartment life is cool, but I'm not trying to really hop from apartment to apartment to apartment to apartment.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? This is cool, for now. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely, planning to, become homeowners sooner than later. So we're basically working on everything we have to work on to make that happen in the near future.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of the things too.
Can you imagine when we get our home? I was just looking at something on Instagram where Cardi B and Offset were talking about them getting a new home. This was literally a couple of days ago. And it took them 2 years to find the house of their dreams.
Oh, they probably just picky because they're rich as hell.
Okay. I think you missed the point. But
no,
okay.
I mean,
we definitely need to hit the hit the ground running, because I do not want to take 2 years to find my dream home. But I understand how much effort it takes to find a house and be a homeowner. So I guess definitely this is a very, very good time to start looking
I
into things
mean,
and getting educated on
yeah,
finding new homes.
it'll take longer on your end because you're particular about
On
certain
my
things.
end, okay.
Because like I see like the house don't really gotta be perfect. Like it's gonna be dope to just own something.
Ooh, this is already giving me a quick overview of how this journey is going to be.
Nah, I'm just saying like it's just dope to have ownership and like of a property. Like, and then we could still like work to like the house that we're gonna get when we're in our 30s. It's not gonna be the house we're gonna live in forever. I mean, we're probably gonna look for a different or bigger house in another area. So like we find something good enough for us to live in now. Shoot our credit through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And then like take that opportunity as young. Well, yeah, we'll still be young, like, and be homeowners at a relatively young age, and then build up, like, or even like buying like in a what's the name, like a 2-family, do one of those situations. Like there's avenues we could jump in and then like get that home. You feel me? Like a little bit late. I mean, there's ways we can go about this, but we'll talk, but whatever.
Next is financial growth. We, along from planning these nice, beautiful plans that we have in play, we definitely want to think about different streams of income, not just what are our day jobs, but things that we need to get into to kind of build our...
Yeah, we gotta get to this money.
Yeah.
We gotta get to this money.
Yeah, we do need to get this money. So we're gonna think about where we should, what we should invest in, and where we should tap into to be able to increase our finances. So financial growth is definitely a goal this year.
Yes, sir.
One very, very important goal that we're actually going to start is getting fit or die trying. So we're actually going to start this journey ASAP. And we talked about this literally for the last month or so, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is and start this 10-day green smoothie cleanse. If you haven't already, there is this weight loss cleanse, and it's also a health cleanse or a detox cleanse, if you want to call it that. And it's a 10-day green smoothie cleanse by J.J. Smith. There is a book out about it. I read the book. If you haven't, please read the book before you start the cleanse. It's very, very informative, and there's so many gems there that you can actually do the cleanse correctly. Not just, okay, I see this happening, it's on social media, or people I know have done it, and I'm going to do it too. Like, you really have to be knowledgeable about what you're doing before you do it. So read the book. It's really, really good. And it was helpful. I've done it twice before. And we're going to start next week.
January 13th.
Yeah.
We're going to start that. I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely in the mindset of trying to get right and just become the best version of myself physically. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm working on that as much as I can. And you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I know I'm gonna have a son in the near future. So I'm just putting that out there, having a little boy.
Oh my God.
That's the second
today?
time. He gonna be running all over everywhere. I gotta keep up with him. I'm not gonna be that dad in the park just rubbing my belly, like, you know what I'm saying, while he's running all over. Like, yeah. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, dog, I'm right there with you.
So you want to be active for your son?
I gotta be how my father was.
Yeah.
My father was more active than me.
Makes sense.
Makes forever.
Sense. So, I have a goal of being healthier. And definitely looking fit and being fit. I've done this before. If you want to do it with us, go ahead and read that 10-day green smoothie cleanse by J.J. Smith. There's even a Facebook group about it. I'm on the Facebook group. She has Instagram. YouTube her. It's really, really beneficial. There's so many cleanses that she's done since then, but that was her most popular one. And it's good. I have my sister's on it right now. She has literally started the day after New Year's Day, and she's committed. So we're going to do ours a little bit later, and we're going to do this. So let's do this cleanse. Let's do this cleanse challenge now that we're getting ready to document. We got to stick to it. There's two versions. There is a liquid version, and then there's a modified version where you literally have to drink in the modified version, you drink the smoothie and then you have a physical salad for one meal a day. Which one you gonna do?
I don't care. Either or is fine with me.
You sure?
Yeah.
So can we just do the regular smoothie one
For 10 days?
for 10 days?
Let's do it.
No salad.
Yeah. I didn't even think we was going to have a salad to begin with.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. You can have fruits during it.
That's cool. All I need is fruit.
No, but we don't. That's the modified one. The modified one.
Modified is to have what,
having
fruit and
physical,
salad?
yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, like fruit. Like one thing about the only good thing about having fruit is that like it's good to have like bananas like before you go to the gym. So I like that aspect of it. I mean,
Okay,
and the
so
working out
it looks
aspect.
like he's gonna be doing the modified version.
But I can do I could do the smoothie one just if I'm well nourished off that and I'm satisfied, I'll be just fine. Like, telling you.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll
it.
document this. Let's do this. We're gonna document this, and every day we will put up a video of our journey. Dang, I said it, so now we can't go back. We can't go back.
I'm down if you down.
I'm down. So we're gonna do this. And hopefully we make it. I know I'm going to make it. I know you're going to make it too because it's me. But there's a lot more than just the food. So read the book. There's a lot more kinks to it. There's teas involved. There's pills involved. Well, pills. I don't want to say pills. Vitamins involved to help you get through the detox. Anything else, babe?
Nah, we good. I'm ready for the verse.
All right. Let's do the verse of the week, which is going to be coming from Proverbs 16:3. And that says,
commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established.
Amen. That is the verse of the week. It is basically sealing everything that we've talked about. As long as you have God in all of it, in the center of it all, then everything will be established. According to his will, of course. But definitely lean onto that quote and just put it all onto him. If you have goals, you have plans, you want to set some things in place, definitely put him first. And he will just, establish it for you. And that's that. There's really nothing much we could say about that.
Yep.
Oh, not yet. What's your usual word?
I don't know. What's my word? What'd I say?
Facts.
Oh, facts. My bad. Facts. Happy now?
So anything else, sweetheart?
Nah, we good.
Okay, so we're getting ready to do our benediction. Let's do this. Father God, bless Sebastien and Claushelle. Bless the listeners. May they be at peace, find joy, and always seek you first. Thank you for this opportunity once again to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
See you guys next time.
Have a good week, y'all. Signing off.